Hi everyone, I'm Nancy Novak from StampandShout.com, and I'm coming here today to show you how I made a card using the Hello Cupcake stamp set. Let me show it to you down here. So this is the Hello Cupcake stamp set, and this is the card that I'm going to be showing you. And I actually demoed this card a couple of weeks ago on Facebook Live, but the video did not get saved properly, and I've had a few requests to see it again. So I'm going to do it over again. So anyway, this is a celebration stamp set. And for those of you who do not know, Celebration is a Stampin' Up! Promo, and it goes from January through March 31st, which means the promo is almost over. And Celebration is whenever you purchase a Stampin' Up! Supplies for $50, you get to choose something free out of the Celebration catalog. And this stamp set is out of the Celebration catalog. It's a really cute stamp set, and I think you're going to like this card, so let's get started. Okay, so it's a simple fancy fold card. So it opens up like this, and on the back you can put a gift card in there. Now you don't have to, you could just glue it all down, but I'm going to show you today how to just apply some sticky tape, and it'll be a gift card holder also. So what I like about this card is it doesn't take a lot of supplies, and it is fairly simple. So I'm going to make this one in a different color scheme. So I'm using Pool Party, and I will put the dimensions of this card on my blog, so I'm not going to go through all of it right now, but I will kind of mention it here and there. But if I don't say it all, it will be on my blog, so you don't have to worry about that. So this is the card base, and it is 5.5 by 4 1/8. And then here is our stamping piece that is 5 1/4 by 4. And I have a piece of designer series paper. This designer series paper is from the annual catalog, and it's called Twinkle Twinkle. It's in that bundle. It's in that paper pack called Twinkle Twinkle. And I also have a strip of the same cardstock in Pool Party, and that is 8.5 by 2 3/4. So the first thing is to bring in my scoreboard, and I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to score it in half, which is 4 1/4. That's all the scoring. I do have a couple of scraps, and I'm going to stamp my cupcake on this scrap, and then we're going to cut it out with the stitched framelit circle. Stitch circle framelit. Okay, so I'm using Pool Party, and I'm using the cupcake stamp. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the icing, and I'm going to do that in Petal Pink. So I'm going to ink this up. There's another piece I want to do first. This is like the cake part of this is stamp, it's the cake part. So I'm going to put that on top of the cupcake liner. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the icing and stamp that. And I'm going to bring in one other scrap, and I'm going to do the icing again, because we are going to cut that out in a little bit. Okay, so we need that piece. And while I have it here, I'm going to bring in my sprinkles. So these are all the stamps that come in the stamp set. So here are the sprinkles, and I'm going to put my sprinkles in Pool Party. Okay, and I want to do one more thing on this one. I'm going to bring in the little tiny heart stamp, and actually I think I want to do the heart in Pool Party. So let me see. Yep, let's do that in Pool Party. So this is like a little toothpick heart that sticks in our cupcake, okay? So let's see what else I wanted to do. I think that's it for now. We will do some more stamping, but I have to do some big shot work. So let me bring in the big shot. So first thing I want to do is bring in the cupcake that I stamped and my stitched circle framelit. And I'm going to sandwich this in and cut out our circle. And we'll put that off to the side for a moment. And then I'm going to bring in a scrap of Pool Party. And I'm going to bring in a larger circle, which is from the Layering Circles. And I'm going to cut that circle out. That off to the side, and then I'm going to change up my big shot a little bit, and I'm going to bring in this white stamping piece, and I'm going to bring in an embossing folder, and this is called Scattered Sequins, and I am just going to emboss the top 2/3. I want to leave this smooth for my stamping. So let me put this through the big shot. So there, it just textured about the top 2/3, and the bottom is smooth. So let me get the big shot out of the way. And let's bring everything back in. So there's the piece that I embossed. There's my Pool Party circle. And here's our stitched framelit circle. Okay, so it's got that little stitched edge right around it. Really makes it look pretty. Let's see what else. So these two pieces are going to go together. Here's our base piece, and our wraparound piece, and our pretty designer series paper. I think that's good for now. So, easy part. Let's put these two pieces together. And I'm going to do that with glue. I think before I do that, I'm going to stamp on here, and before I glue it to my other piece of paper, I always like to stamp it first, just in case I make a boo-boo. I'm not going to spoil two pieces of paper. I would just have to redo this piece here. So let me bring in my Pool Party again, and I'm going to stamp here the sentiment "sprinkled with love." So I'm going to put that right here. Okay. Now I will glue this on here. If you like snail, you could snail it on. Either one works. Okay. So I wanted to get this video out here as soon as I could, because like I said, I did it probably 3 weeks ago, and celebration is going to be over with in about, well, March 31st, so this stamp set will be gone. So if you guys are making a purchase, you spend $50, you can get this stamp set out of that celebration catalog, and you can shop with me. There's my stampandshout.com, and there's a shop now button there. So I will have on my blog like I said, the sizes, and I'll have all the products listed there. So I popped that up on dimensions, and I'm going to put that on our circle. Okay, now this piece here that we scored, I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to add this pretty piece of designer series paper. I'm actually going to open this up so it's flat for me, and I'm just going to center it right there. Okay, bring this back in. So how this is going to work is I'm going to hold it right here where I want it, nice and even, and then just flip it around the back. We scored it there so it folds nicely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring in my double-sided tape, and I'm going to put tape on the sides and on the bottom, and I'm going to leave the top open. So as you can see, we folded it so we know it fits nicely on our card base. And now I can go ahead and put the tape on. Okay. So, and take that tape off and stick it to our card. Okay, so we got the tape off, and we're just going to take this, and we know that it fits nicely, so we're just going to match up all the edges. And that's how that works. Okay, so see, we can take our card, our gift card, and it slides right in there. Isn't that cool? I like that idea. Okie doke. So now what we have to do is we have to attach this circle to the front, and we're going to do that with dimensions. So we're going to pop that up. So we just want them on the bottom part so it can open. So I'm definitely going to put one right there. And I'm going to put one right there. Okay, so I've got two here and one here. You just have to kind of lay the circle down and estimate where you want it. I've also made a template of this circle and done it that way, but this is going to work just fine. So now I'm just going to make sure that my cupcake is straight. The reason I put the dimensions on this part of the card is in case I make a boo-boo, I don't want any dimensions up here. That way my card won't open, okay? So we got that done. And let's bring in the piece that the extra piece we stamped earlier. And I'm going to fussy cut this out with my little paper snips. And then I'm going to pop it up on top of there. So I'm just going to fussy cut. I'm not going to go right to the line. I'm going to leave a little bit of a white border. It always looks a little bit cleaner when you do it that way. Get rid of this excess paper while I'm cutting it out for you guys. And dimensions. This card's almost done. Isn't it cool how easy that was? Not a lot of supplies and easy. So I'm going to pop that up like that. And one more thing, I'm going to bring in a scrap here and stamp the sentiment Sweet Wishes. That's right there. So let me bring in my pool party. And I'm going to fussy cut this out. I'm not going to worry about my little swirls because I don't want those in this part. So it's just going to cut those off. They are pretty, but for this card it kind of just doesn't fit right. So I'm just going around the words and curly cutting it. Okay. And I'm going to bring in my glue, and I want this to go right there. So I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom part. Get my glue out here. There we go. A little heavy with that glue. Let me take some of it off. So I want to stick that right there. Okay, almost done. So on this one I used the gingham gala sequins. I think on this one I am going to use the glitter enamel dots. So we'll add a little bit of pizzazz to our card. This little tiny embellishment makes a big difference. So I think I'm going to use these little tiny pink ones, and they're pretty because they're shaded from light to dark. I think I'll use the light ones. Put a couple up here. Pretty, pretty. I wonder how this color would look. That'd be pretty too. I'm going to put a couple of these lighter blue ones up here, kind of match that pool party. Take the one off my finger and put that somewhere. Oops, stuck to my finger more than the card. I'll do another light colored one. Okay, so again we open it up. We have our sentiment with this pretty textured sequins. Here's the original. This paper, I really liked it also, but this is the butterfly paper, and I don't think they have it anymore. That is was also a celebration item, the butterfly paper. So that's why I did it in this one, because this Twinkle Twinkle paper is in the annual catalog and it's still available. Let me bring in the stamp set one more time and show it to you. So it's Hello Cupcake. It's got the cute little cupcake with the cute little flowers and the sprinkles and the heart, and it says sentiments, celebrate your day, sweet wishes, and sprinkled with love. So again, this is only available till March 31st. So anyways, I hope you like that card. I will get that on my YouTube channel as quick as I can, and I have all the dimensions on my blog very shortly. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share my video with others. I appreciate it. And don't be shy. Stamp and shout.